What is up, guys? Android Prince here again with another Project M video, this time with my new CRT TV, thanks to P-Dude. He's a local Smash player, one of the best in South Carolina, if not the best. Anyways, I wanted to cover some more, start being consistent with covering some Project M stuff, specifically with Lucas, because even on Smash Wars I don't see many threads on the character and some of his technicalities, let alone something in video format. And I find that if you're not really a big reader, or more of like a listener sort of person, kind of like I am, you know, this could be, I don't know, I would just like to put this out there in case anybody happens to enjoy it. If you do, let me know in the comments, subscribe, whatever. I'm not really like a subscriber for, but like I will gladly cover more content if there's a demand for it. But I just have to know that it's there. But if not, I will just go along my merry way, and I don't know. But I'm doing this because I want to see this character more common in Project Up. I think that there are too many, well, I mean, I don't know, I just feel like there are too many Foxes and Marths and Falcos and Marios and, Falcons and, you know, that kind of thing. Just a very Melee-esque cast for Project M. Even though I feel like there are a lot of characters with tons of potential in this game, two characters that I play, Lucas and Samus, being some of them. Well, anyways, we're gonna jump into now something that I was playing around with, and I discovered something interesting by accident. So, you may or may not be aware, I'm going to try to pull it off, but it's kind of difficult, because it's like, yeah, see that? That's a thing where you can cancel Lucas's double jump by touching the platform, because he goes slightly down before he jumps in his double jump, and what that means is he will land on the platform, and it's completely lagless, like you can do anything out of it. Now, if you watched my last video, you'll remember that I commented about how his magnet is much faster about getting him from air to ground, and that makes him much better at pressure in certain ways, in my opinion, or at least, you know, presenting himself as a threat on the stage. And, I guess I kind of combined those two things unintentionally, and it helps as like a movement option and a pressure option at the same time. Now what it is basically, if I can get the time right, okay, so basically what I did was double jump and followed up with a magnet, so that it not only made it easier to land on the platform with my double jump, but also it allows Lucas to go up onto a platform above him lagless, you know, like normally you would have to do something like this, or, you know, something like that, or you know, maybe double jumping and wave land, or do the insanely difficult double jump cancel thing. But I feel like this kind of has more merit because magnet is cancelable with another jump, and so what that'll let you do is, if I can do it, yeah, you can just kind of jump up, and like you can do pretty much anything out of that. I mean, you can throw it like another aerial. Actually, you don't even really have to double jump. you can just kind of like full hop, and at the peak of the full hop, or almost the peak of the full hop, you magnet, and it's pretty much the same thing. But try to see if it. I think it. Okay. Sometimes it'll initiate double jump, so it's kind of confusing. I guess double jump if you want to be more confident that you won't have any jumps left and do an accidental double jump for whatever else you want to do once you line up on the platform. But if you are confident enough, you know, you can always do the full hop and wait. I guess that would require less commitment too, to do this option, just the full hop and wait, because say something changes and you realize that you may be getting hit, and of course double jumping into a hit is a really bad idea with Lucas, because his recovery is really linear. You know, his tether recovery got nerfed, all those kinds of things. So I guess, you know, the full hop and wait for the magnet is safer, but it's not as guaranteed, I guess. Like, you gotta be more, I don't know, you gotta learn the timing on that. I'll play around with it, see how long it takes me to learn it, because I literally just thought of this tonight, like a few minutes ago. And it really may not seem like that much of a big of a deal, but like I said, like, it's, you normally have to go up with an aerial, or go up with an aerial and then drop down with one, like that or something. But what I find this really interesting for is if you have an opponent up here and they're shielding, or you predict that they're going to shield, and you just do this, and like, especially if they're over here on this corner, or on like either edge of the platform and they're shielding, they're pretty much screwed. Like, they have to either take a bunch of magnet hits, especially if they're fat like Bowser, or their shield's gonna get broken. I'm pretty sure they're gonna take the magnet hits over their shield being broken. So yeah, it's pretty much free damage if you can get the opponent into that situation. I'm not sure if DIing down and shielding will help them or not. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't, because, well, maybe for a character like Fox at low percents, you know, like fast crawlers. I'm not really sure. I have to, like I said, I literally just tried this out. Something I want to look into more and test with other characters. See who can get out of what, but it's kind of hard also to set this up on your own with one pair of hands. I kind of have to, like, you know, get Bowser to shield. If I can turn the controller on too. Get Bowser to shield, pause in debug mode, and then get ready to magnet with Lucas. Oh god. Let's see, I fucked it up already. No. Well, point is, I tried to, like, hold shield and roll with Bowser and DI down a little bit, and that did not, it didn't really do anything except get Bowser caught in Lucas's magnet for a good, like, I don't know how many hits. I think he wound up having like 23% from 0 at the end of it, and that wasn't even following up with like an aerial or something. So you could just kind of put as much damage as you want on them up until a certain point, and then throw out an aerial, or just knock them off the stage and give them or something. So besides that, there's the fact that you can kind of do this, like chain it into other platforms, especially on stages like Battlefield and Yoshi's Story. That's where this is going to be most useful. So I think that covers that for the moment. I may go to another stage and see what I can do on there, because obviously different stages have different platform heights. But another thing I want to, like, just throw out there, something that I am not even good at, but it's something that I'm not sure if it's possible, or if it's just like task material stuff, because Okay, so basically, you know how with Lucas's magnet you can carry your momentum but use the magnet backwards, okay? I'm trying to apply that to multi-magneting. So basically what I'm doing is multi-magneting but receding at the same time. So it's just kind of like this safe, you know, get the fuck away from me pressure, like anti-pressure sort of thing. Basically think that, but you're going backwards. Like, I've done it a few times, like, just like once or twice in a row. I'm trying to figure out how exactly I do it. The only thing I can think of is that I'm just doing this, but much faster. But it's very difficult to execute and not do the reverse version on. Another thing you can do is, like, cross up a shield with this, and then because, like, with the first hit you may go backwards, but then with all the other hits, if you double jump, you'll, like, if you cancel the first magnet with another jump, and you keep magneting, you're just gonna do, like, a bunch of forward magnets. So it's like, backwards magnet, forward, 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 forward. And so it's kinda, I don't know, it's kinda silly and interesting, just the things that he can do with his movement. Learning new stuff about him every day, and I can't wait to, like, master some of this stuff. So that's another thing I want everybody to look into if they can. I know there are some really good TASers, TASers, or just really talented technical Lucas players in general. I know there aren't many that are as technical or more technical than me, but there are some out there, and I would like all of you to try to do this, or at least get to this point. Because I feel like if you're at the point I'm at with Lucas's technical ability, your fundamentals can kind of do the rest of the work for you. You don't have to, like, go, you know, uber technical, and it's not like Lucas's potential is only going to be realized when you've got, like, a million magnets coming out in a minute and perfectly mastered shield pressure and the momentum shenanigans and, you know, every technical thing about him. I don't think that's going to be entirely necessary. So there's that. What was another thing I was going to do? I may or may not have followed up on this, but oh yeah, this is really important. That is a really good get-up option for Lucas, just because, you know, your opponent may not be expecting it, and all of a sudden you're sliding across the damn stage. Another thing that requires pretty precise timing, and depending on the stage and all that stuff, you can, like, once you waveland, you can do so much out of it. Again, just, like, come back up and do crazy shit everywhere. And, so I've always found that really useful. The only downside is that it's risky. If you don't do it right, you can wind up SDing, especially now that tethers are kind of bad. Like, if I get too close to the wall, it may fail. So you gotta be really careful on that, but it's a thing to keep in mind, I guess. You can chain that into Dacus if I can execute it and not be a scrub. Nope, gonna be a scrub. No, well, whatever, you get the idea. I've done it plenty of times, just out of practice. Anyway, so there's that. There's just rising up with magnet and doing the right timing to where, like, you pretty much do the same thing as the platform canceling thing. You know, like, yeah, like that pretty much. You like rise up with the magnet and you put up like a sort of shield in front of you, which is really cool. Oh, I would not do that against Marth though, because Marth's sword will just body you. Like, it will just cut through your magnet and not even give a fuck. So, well, any sword character, but especially Marth. Let's see. More stuff. More stuff. What other stuff? Oh yeah. He has a jab cancel, much like Samus's. I mean, you can do it much faster than that, but I'm trying not to. Yeah, there you go. I'm still learning the timing out by myself. I'm practicing all these small things at the same time, so I don't really expect myself to master them, you know, in a couple of nights or whatever, and neither should you. But it is good stuff to know, because Jab 1 is so much less laggy than Jab 2, it's not even funny. Like, that's Jab 2's on lag, there's Jab 1. You see how much faster that is? Yeah. And, like, Jab 2 is just kind of bad. You can follow Jab 1 with, you know, a jump cancel magnet, or just a magnet, or up tilt, or down tilt, or forward tilt. My personal favorites are jab to grab, or jab to magnet, or jab to area magnet to, you know, like whatever pressure you want to do on the shield, that sort of thing. So there's that. This is why I need people to follow me, because I need suggestions on stuff to talk about, because there's like so much stuff that Lucas can do. I just feel like I'm lost trying to explain it all. I don't even know what direction to go in. Random tidbit. It's not really Lucas specific, but perfect pivoting is a thing in this game, like in Smash 4. I'm sure if any of you have learned how to perfect pivot in Smash 4, you will know that it's a thing in other Smash games. I think all the other ones, in fact. Now what that will let you do is turn around, grab, or not turn around, grab. Well, I mean, I guess you can do that, but turn around, jab, turn around, F tilt, turn around, magnet. I would press it. Well, actually, it'd just be easier to way bounce the magnet. There, like that. It's just basically magneting and then reversing the, like, pressing back right after I send it out. And apparently, I can't reverse on the ground right now. I think I'm gonna go over Lucas basics at some point, but not in this video, just because it's already started off as like a tech video, an AC video. So yeah, keep that in mind, and let me know if that's the thing you want to see. Yeah, I figured out how debug mode works, by the way, so I can actually show you guys stuff. Let's see, what platforms do I want to mess with? This Dreamland would be a good one. This Dreamland's a pretty good stage for Lucas. Usually, anyway. That's right, I gotta turn debug mode on. And there we go. Alright. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. You know, of course, you'll probably have to time it just a tad bit later, I'm assuming, because these are a little bit higher than Battlefield's platforms, but I would guess that this top platform is like the same height? I don't know, because it seems like there's less distance between this and this, but there's more distance between this and this. I'm not 100% on that, but I just know that Samus can't missile cancel, at least normally, on this stage, because the platforms are a little bit higher. So just change your timing on that a little bit. PS2, because that's another good Lucas stage. Like, I really, really love this stage for Lucas, because, I mean, there aren't really any matchups that suck for Lucas here. Maybe Link or Falcon or, Marth. I don't even know about Falcon. I'm not too sure about that. It seems generally pretty good against Spaceys. This and Lilat surprisingly, I think, are both really good stages for Lucas, because I've beaten some, very good Spaceys players on this stage and Lilat. I'm not quite sure why, I just feel like Lucas makes more use of the platforms and getting combos off of them than the Spaceys usually do. Maybe not as much for Falco as Fox, because, you know, Fox would kind of thrive more on a stage where he can easily just up smash somebody, whereas Falco, you know, he loves to be able to get up high places and down air you forever into the ground. Especially if that down air leads into a platform where you can only tech roll so far before you can just be like, oh, okay, you're up here, I'm going to down air you there instead. Anyway, I want to say that these platforms are maybe a tad bit lower than Battlefields. Maybe they're the same size, I don't know. I know that Samus can missile cancel on this too. I'm not sure if it's because it's shorter or if it's the same height. Warfare. Obviously these platforms vary a lot, and I'm not really going to spend all the time to just, you know, look at every variation. But I want to say that the standard height, oh god, they're moving already. The standard height is about the same as Dreamland, because Samus can't miss cancel on that stage either. At least as far as I'm aware. Green Hill Zone obviously varies. Yoshi's Island obviously varies. All that, you're going to have a couple of different heights. Yeah, these are really low platforms. So you got to do it much faster here. But it's not quite as useful because there's not like another platform up here somewhere to, you know, do shenanigans on. And I generally get the feeling that unless it's like Ganondorf or something, most people aren't really comfortable with Lilat's platforms for some reason. I know they can feel a little bit jank, especially just like with how the stage is laid out, but, you know, whatever. Wow, that was god awful. Yeah, just go on some of these individually and take your time, learn the stuff. FOD obviously varies too. Yeah, that's kind of like Dreamland's higher, a little bit higher. I don't even know, honestly. Seems like so far all of them are going to be possible with full hop or the double jump version. Where do I want to go next? Oh, everywhere. That's right. Now these I know are lower than Battlefield's platforms, because Samus can smash missile cancel these, which means that they have to be lower because it takes longer for the smash missiles to come out. So she can cancel those here. But I feel like this would be a good stage for this specific thing, but I also find that it's not usually a good stage for Lucas. Like, a lot of characters just kind of... it's kind of hard to say. It's just, I feel like too many characters can easily kill him. I feel like Lucas's strong suit is when he can survive. But if he dies early, you know, that's kind of a bummer. And, you know, think about too, this stage is so small, you hardly have any room to charge your neutral B, even after an opponent dies, because they're that much closer to you when they spawn. And, you know, there's that much less time from when you launch them to when they die, and all that good stuff. I guess you can always launch them upwards, that's like the optimal thing, but you know, you're obviously not going to be able to do that all the time, as many times as you want. So, I'm sorry, it's like 3:30 in the morning. I should not do it right now, but I am. That looks goofy. Yeah, there's that thing. I think that's going to be really interesting. We're going to try it online against some people, see how that works, but obviously it's Wi-Fi. I don't have net play, and Wi-Fi is ass, so it's kind of hard to judge how easy that's going to be or how viable that actually is. It's just like a theoretical thing. It wouldn't hurt to practice it, I guess, or to keep in mind. Again, if you just catch an opponent like nonsensically shielding above you because they're afraid of, say, like an up smash, just be like, hey, I can do this too, and just kind of get up in their face. You know, if it's a fatty like Bowser, even if they go behind you, you're gonna know, and you can just kind of stop your magnet and interrupt it with like an aerial and just go follow up for a combo. Oh, speaking of combos out of magnet, one thing that I don't see many Lucases doing, or many Lucases being aware of, is that magnet to PK freeze is a thing. Even at higher percents, you just kind of have to feel out how much knockback the character is receiving, and time your PK freeze accordingly. Let's see, I'm really bad at it, but oh god. And also, magnet is a thing. Yeah. That's another thing you have to tolerate because, like I mentioned in the other video, his timing got changed on when you release magnet to when you can act out of it. So it's not quite as easy as before, but on bigger characters it's still very possible into decent percents. And like a lot of times I will just get stuff like that, you know, just because the person's kind of, by the time they realize what's going on, they've already messed up, and they just, like, they're already out of the combo, and they're just like, well, I screwed up. It's just like, yep. Why does that move do that? It's so weird. Like, that should have been a sweet spot. Whatever. I still feel like there's some other stuff I wanted to show you guys, but oh yeah, I forgot. If you jump off the ledge and magnet like really soon, you'll do pretty much the same thing as this, but it's less risky. I forgot that. But yeah, that's actually an infinitely better option, just because, you know, things like that don't really happen. But the tricky part is timing it such that, you know, just make yourself helpless by like doing it so early that you wind up doing nothing in the air while you're trying to hold down B. You're just like, fuck. That's the other solution to that would just be like spamming the button. Let's see, can I do that? Oh, whatever, forget the gist of it. Work with it on your own. See what you guys can do. Just doing more thinking. gonna go over this more later, if I can remember, but in the neutral, PK freeze to PK freeze is kind of like, it's a mix-up that you wouldn't expect to be good, but it is, because if somebody just expects a grab out of you or whatever, they might, you know, spot dodge or roll and try to punish something, and they may just, like, if they roll toward you, you can just kind of maybe get up in their face with, you know, a jump cancel for momentum magnet, or like, I don't know. But if they roll backwards, or, yeah, if they roll backwards, and you kind of space the people freeze well enough, you may hit them too, depending on your timing and their timing of the roll and all that stuff. It just couldn't hurt to do that once in a while, because once you've got one projectile out there, the opponent is kind of already on their toes. I find that it's best to follow up the first one, like, do the first one in the air, and then do the second one on the ground, because it goes further, and that kind of checks more options because it goes further. But that's you know, don't do that every time, obviously. You're going to want to go in with nairs to cover spot dodges too. You want to go, you know, start dash dancing to make them nervous and make them react. You're going to want to go in with magnet if you think they're just going to, like, take the hit for some reason, or if you think they're going to shield, like if they have a really bad habit of shielding that too long, and want me to kind of, you know, come in after it and just kind of be like, I don't know, assaulting their shield and making them do something. Because once you throw this out and start coming, even if they're in their shield, there's not a lot of time for them to react. And obviously, it's not like a frame perfect thing by any means, but you know, nothing is. It's just, I just find it a useful technique instead of just a lot of what I see Lucas is doing is just, you know, using their aerials only to approach and being very linear and one-dimensional with when they use their PK freeze. Like, they'll just do it and then, like, run in with an aerial and just, like, every time. And it's just kind of not how the game works. You gotta mix stuff up, guys. You gotta be unpredictable. Let's see. Obviously, other aerials like Lucasy, fair, or just fair in general, or down air to also cover spot dodges, up air to cover them if they jump over the PK freeze or whatever, or if you think they're going to jump out of their shield, like, or they're just a fat character and you can hit them on the ground anyway, because that's a thing. Another good one is back air, because, like I said last time, it has later timing than other aerials, so when you come at somebody and they're expecting a hitbox to come out fast, like his fair, or up air, or down air, or whatever, and then you pull up the fair, they're gonna get nervous and maybe unshield, and, you know, at the very least, you get to poke at their shield a little bit and then run away and then go in for more stuff accordingly. Oh yeah, bear is also good for, like, follow-ups after Magnum momentum shenanigans. I mean, if the opponent, yeah, basically stuff like that. Crossing up their shield and then going with a bear. That seems to get a lot of people because they think that once you're gone with the magnet, you know, you're done. Or once you've passed a certain point with the magnet, they can hit you, but in reality, you've got this meaty hitbox that's going to come out. Stanky leg just comes out and assaults their face. Dare is kind of good for the same thing. Just again, get creative with your moves, guys. aerial magnet into there. That, you know, if you time it right, that works. Not as well as in 3.02 because of the, whatchamacallit multiplier. The SDI multiplier, my bad. Making it easier, the down air easier to get out of. Other stuff. I would not get too smash happy with Lucas. I just feel like his smashes, for the most part, are very situational, except for up smash. Up smash is great. And on that note, actually, I'm gonna show you guys a thing that's kind of silly, and I don't know why they didn't change this. Alright, so, of course, Lucas's, OU up smash, offense up smash, which is his neutral B, it's called offense up. That is a lot bigger than his normal up smash hitbox. And so what you can do with it is basically read rules on platforms. If you do an offense upcharged up smash under the middle of any platform, it will cover any tech roll option as long as you time it right. Like, just wait for them to move, and once their invincibility runs out, just roll this big frickin' hitbox out, and it covers the whole platform. Like, I've tried this, and Jigglypuff cannot roll away from this. Jigglypuff, okay? Nor Olimar, nor Kirby, or anybody like that. Hell, I'm sure if there was a Pikmin standing on there on the very edge, it would still get hit. So that's good for just, like, an effortless, tech roll read, like, especially if, like, say maybe you just launch them up with a down air beforehand, or even another OU up smash before that, and they tumble onto the platform, and they go to attack, you can just kind of sit there and be like, whatever you want to roll, man, and just, I mean, it's not, like, a guaranteed thing, because you have to make sure that it's not a tech in place versus a tech roll or whatever, but, I find that for the most part, people like to tech roll on platforms, so I just kind of expect that timing. But feel out your opponent a little bit, feel out what they're going to do, and judge off of that. And like I said before, don't be afraid to do this, even if you're not sure, because worst case scenario, you know, you miss and you hit their shield and you eat some of their shield. Or worst case scenario, they get invincibility and, you know, they may get a combo off on you, but they're probably going to be too afraid of the hitbox still being out to touch you before you can, you know, get out of there safely. The only characters I really worry about from up there anyway would be, like, maybe Bowser, Falco, Lucas himself, Ness, anyone with a fast or big down air, you know, stuff like that, or maybe Samus's Nair, for example. But you know, those moves tend to not really be comboers, except for Lucas's down air and Falco was there. Just because of the nature of those characters. So yeah, like I said before in the other video, I would rather use the offense up and waste it than not use it at all, because it's so rare that I get an offense up fully charged anymore that I feel like it's worth the risk to just kind of throw it out there because it's such a big hitbox. I wouldn't do that so much with forward smash and down smash because they're much smaller. And you know, they're not as useful. Like I said, they're more situational. Down smash, I feel like, is only really good for getting opponents who are shielding at the ledge here or something, or they're trying to get up from the ledge or trying to recover, or like, I don't know, you just want to go for some hard read or something and just, you know, do that to them and fake them out with a second hit or something. And then F Smash, I like never ever use this move. I don't. Maybe I'm dumb, but like I just don't. It doesn't work well for me. I find it kind of boring, even though it kills early and just seems like it has a lot of startup for how far it goes and how much damage it does and all that stuff. I'd rather, you know, I only use it if the opponent's at really high kill percent and I'm like doing some mega hard read, pretty much. You don't want to do it at high percents because it launches them too far to be like a good thing. Like, there are better options out there, basically. You know, Fair for starters, Nair, Peaceful Freeze, Magnet, what the fuck ever. So, yeah. But you can do what you want. If you can find a use for those moves, more power to you. I just kind of can't. Maybe that, but even then, I would rather go for the up smash. I would still rather go for the up smash any day. It's a bigger hitbox, and it's just, at the very least, I would rather do it against floaties, or characters who die more easily off the top than the sides. Like, spaces you might be more inclined to do a forward smash, of course, because, you know, the lower they are, the better it is for you, and if you up smash them, it's going to take them longer to die that way than if you knock them sideways. Speaking of knocking them sideways, another tip is that most people want to use Lucas's up throw for a kill throw, but that's not always the best option. I think there's different cases, like different comps for different throws. Down air is good for like when you can like confidently combo them into something that could potentially kill or just rack up damage. Up throw is good for, let's see, like low percent spacies and combos on that, and low percent characters in general getting, you know, stuff off. Let's see. Yeah, like that, pretty much. Then you've got forward throw, which I've been using more and more, and I'm starting to love this throw a lot. Because it gets the opponent in front of you, and if you're like such that where if you throw them forward, they're kind of like forced to go to the edge here, you can throw a PK freeze, and if you time it right, you pretty much, you know, got a free hit. Let me see what forward throw's trajectory is. Yeah, it's pretty low. So, especially on heavy fast fallers, the opponent is not likely to jump on it. I mean, they can, depends on how good they are, but there's just so much less time for them to jump onto that than people even realize. So I feel like, you know, the opponent will more often than not do something dumb, and you can kind of work around that. There are many times where I've just, you know, thrown somebody forward and just kind of messed with their heads after that, because they're like, whoa, he's right in front of me still, like, what the fuck do I do? How do I get away from this character? And they start freaking out. But yeah, there's that. Forward throw is good for that. Up throw obviously is good for kills on characters like Samus and Jigglypuff. But keep in mind that it was nerfed from 3.02, so it doesn't kill at ridiculously low percents. I think Jigglypuff's dies at like 110, 120-ish on Final Destination. 100% on that, but it used to be something like 90%, you know, and then they changed it, which I think is healthy for the game. So yeah, up throw good for low percent combos and fast fallers for combos. Down throw is good for lighter / slower falling characters and combos. And finishers on fast fall characters like, you know, classic down throw to back air kill thing, or down throw to freeze into whatever. Now, the thing that got me on this topic in the first place was back throw. Because back throw does a little thing I like to call killing the shit out of Wolf. Because, as you guys know, Wolf is the fastest fast faller in the game. And so when you throw him backwards, he goes a good distance and is already at a huge disadvantage in offstage positioning. Like, look how easy that is. And you just kind of, not only that, but he goes so low that he may not even be able to recover in the first place. Like, that was only a 67%. If I jack it up to, like, 90 here, you know, that's gonna have some significant consequences for Wolf here. He's gonna be far out. He just barely makes it at about 100. And of course, CP has to fucking jump. I don't think fix that crap. That's so annoying. But, you know, basically I use this to kill spacies more than up throw. I mean, if I'm at the middle of the stage and they're at like really high percents, maybe I'll up throw. But I think that back throw is good for two reasons. You know, just the fact that its trajectory is so low and it throws off spacies, or characters with bad recoveries in general, like Falcon maybe. But it also, like when you up throw, people usually expect the up throw, so they start DIing either left or right to let them live longer. And if they DI left, in this case, they're just gonna put themselves further out on the map, or off stage, which is good for you. Like, the further out they are, the more likely they are of dying. That's obviously good. So yeah, I want to see people using more back throws on spaces, because that irritates the shit out of me when I see somebody grab a spacey at like 120 and just throw them up. It's like, no, you're not going to kill them. You're not even going to get, like, I can understand if they threw them up on Dreamland and trying to get, you know, the offense upcharge, but, like, that's about the only time I would do that. Like, even in 3.2, I think this didn't kill Wolf until, like, 176 or some ridiculous shit like that. Or 180. Something in that range. I don't even want to know. That was on Smashville, though, so it's going to be different here. Still. Yeah. That's no DI or anything, though, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Oh, also, forward throw and back throw are good for, you know, depending on the weight of the character and their damage and all that stuff, throwing them onto platforms and getting them to tech that way. If you can start mastering, like, knowing where they're going to land when you throw them, that's going to be so vital, because, like, if you can get them up to, like, the platform here and start doing stuff like this, and forcing them, like, I just feel like that flows so well with his design, just his horizontal throws, and his, you know, vertical throws kind of more for killing and setups and things. So yeah, be really specific and deliberate with your throws. Don't just go the strongest one just because, or don't go with the combo one just because. Like, really think about what your options are in your throws and what each one will do to the opponent at the percentage they're at, and with the weight to fall speed ratio that they have. So, holy crap, this video was already really long. Probably another 30-minute video, and I'm gonna have to cut this too in half. So I apologize for that, but hopefully you guys learned some stuff. I'm gonna cut it off here because I've rambled enough for one night. It's 4 o'clock. I feel like if there's anything else, I can just go over it in another video, worst case scenario. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think any of this is useful, or if you think it's stupid. I mean, don't be an asshole, but I welcome criticism, I guess. you know, and like I said, I'm not claiming that any of the stuff is, like, uber broken or it's gonna work every time. It's just options that you gotta explore and keep in mind. I mean, um, just like how Falco's what is it? Shine and the Firebird can occasionally kill off the top if you do it right. These moves can all kill, or these techniques can all kill or lead into a kill or more damage in certain situations. And it's really not that risky. It's not terribly technical, most of them. So I would work on expanding your options so that, you know, you're not as linear of a Lucas as some of the ones I've seen. Because I feel like one of his strengths really is being really non-linear and really just the movement possibilities he has. So, anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.